Johnny Allen, the Super Cat Kid here, and today we're going to be doing the install of the rear window louver. Now this is a brand new, well not brand new, I guess you can say it's brand new rear window louver. That's sort of new on the eBay market, and it's only $300. So if you take a look at this thing, it is only $300. Now why is it $300? Well, that's because it is straight plastic. This thing is completely plastic, whereas the other one I had, the JP fiberglass one, was fiberglass reinforced plastic. So this is probably less rigid and probably more brittle than the other one, but it looks cooler. So in fact, I actually did have one kind of crack up here, like that part up there cracked, and I just super glue that back together. But that's actually just my fault from handling it. But I'm going to tell you guys why this rear window louver is actually better than the JP fiberglass one, because I know that a lot of us cheapos and people who aren't, you know, special can't really get a hold of some of the Zacuse Tech ones, I think is the ones. They're the ones that they sell on Society.com. Yeah, those are sometimes kind of hard to get a hold of because there's waiting lists and stuff. And they have those new carbon fiber ones where they're like a fucking $1,000. So some of us ain't fucking rolling in it, so we gotta, you know, stick with this stuff. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna set this thing up. I'm gonna tell you why this one's nicer than the JP fiberglass one, but neither of which are better than the Zacuse Tech one. Admittedly, neither of them are better. But these are much more not only affordable but available. But yeah, so let's start setting it up. So included with the IKON style rear window louver, you get a little kit. So this is rubber gasket. Oh, it's not rubber actually. It's like, I guess that's kind of rubber. Then you actually have mounting brackets. I'll tell you what these are for in a little bit. Believe it or not, this has mounting brackets. I saw all the holes on it and I was very confused as to why there were holes on it, but it actually completely makes sense. You just have just a bunch of freaking mounting brackets. Even more mounting brackets, and then we have another roll of rubber where some of the paper came off. God damn it, some of the paper came off. I might have to super glue some of that on. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with this stuff, and then we will get to the rest. Actually, scratch that. We're gonna put the mounting brackets on first because because it shows us how much space we have left for the gasket. So I gotta find that piece I just dropped, and then I'll start on that. Alright, so these are really simple. It's just a mounting bracket, little nut, a little washer. You just put them on. If you can't do that, you shouldn't be working on cars. Okay. Alright, now that I got that all done, time for the rubber gasket. I think the rubber gasket just goes along the sides. We're going to see about that and see how long it actually is. And then we will know. But, yeah, these are super easy. I don't know what size these are. I think maybe, I don't know, 10 millimeter? They're probably 10 millimeter. But now I'm gonna do the rubber gasket right there and see if we can get that on. But first, don't forget your alcohol that I thought I forgot inside. Forgot it inside. I'm telling you not to forget it, and I forgot it. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so I guess the rubber gasket does go around the whole thing. Because I started from that corner all the way over there, and I got all the way around to like up here, which is one roll, and I have a whole another roll left. Don't forget to use your alcohol, because this thing doesn't have a whole lot of adhesion. There's not a whole lot of glue on the back of this rubber strip. I really hope I'm using this right also. Because there's no instructional videos or no instructions or literally anything. So I'm just going based off of what I would imagine. So, yeah, I hope I don't have to get new rubber strip because I fucked this up. Either way, it's gonna be fine. But yeah, so now I'm gonna finish doing the second rubber strip, and then we're gonna be mounting on already. Look at that. So all the rubber gasket is around the whole shebang, and now I believe it is time to mount it on the vehicle. So I'm gonna prep the surface of this thing, get it all nice and clean and shiny because it's really dirty. There's some salt on it and stuff. It's terrible. And I also need to remove my school parking sticker and somehow salvage that and put it, I don't know, my wing. I have no fucking clue where I'm gonna put that. But yeah, I gotta clean this. This is really dirty. Like, yeesh. But yeah, let me do that quick. Alright then, dough boys and dough girls, it's time to put this thing on. Sadly, I can't film it because I don't have a tripod right now. But hopefully this goes okay. You'll find out. Peace. Alright, dough boys, finally I got it on. I actually went to the store, grabbed myself some 30-pound double-sided tape just for good measure. And it stuck on pretty well. I actually had some issues at first. Let me get this light over here. There we go. Lighting's key. Lighting is key. Okay, so it actually was a little bit difficult at first because I was pushing down on it like this. A quick tip for when you install this: reach your hand on the inside and push the tab down from the inside. It makes it a lot easier to get each tab down and each tab right. It just makes this whole thing a lot easier to install on this car. So like moving around, it's not moving. So I just want to double checking all my tabs. I even got the one on top, which it actually kind of sucks because my windshield washer thing, you don't have to remove it. So if you get this, you don't have to remove this thing, and now I have this little silver bit. I'm gonna have to trade that up for a black one at some point, but it's awesome. This is so cool. It looks better than I thought it would. It honestly does. And with the coming things like the big ass wang, the fender flares, the exhaust, it's just gonna bring the whole thing together. It really is. But anyways, I am actually pressed for time. I got just to do going to Friendly's to get some $2 burgers and stuff like that. Really cool. And yeah, I gotta change the oil in the Q7 because my brother put transmission fluid in it. So, you know, that was great. So I gotta move this out and move that in here. So anyways, that's it for me guys today. They look great, the IKON style rear window louver, and they're amazing. If I didn't mention this earlier, they're amazing because you can take off these bolts, take off the whole thing. You can take off the whole thing, clean your windshield and make it nice and shiny, and then put it back on. I might do something with these bolts, maybe paint them green, because the bolts, like how the bolts for my wing are back here, and the bolts for my fender flares are going to be green, and some of the hardware on the new wing is going to be green. But that wing's actually going to be gone, so it doesn't matter with that one. But yeah, so that's it, and it's cool. So alright guys, I will see you later. Peace out. Until the next stream. Peace.